Hello everybody! If you have been struggling to catch every bug this month or can't figure out the best technique to catch some of those tricky bugs in Animal Crossing yet, or you are just missing some additions to Critterpedia, in this video I will show you the best and easiest way to get all of the bugs you need to catch in the Southern Hemisphere in April. Once April is over, you will not be able to catch these bugs for months. All the bugs you'll need to catch before April ends are the yellow butterfly, which can be found flying between 4 AM and 7 PM. The bell cricket, which can be found on the ground between 5 PM and 8 AM. The red dragonfly, which can be found flying 8 AM to 7 PM. The Dana dragonfly, which can also be found flying between 8 AM and 5 PM. The banded dragonfly, which can be found flying between 8 AM and 5 PM. The stink bug, which can be only found on the flowers, but can be found all day. The man-faced stink bug, which can be found on the flowers also between 7 PM and 8 AM. The ladybug, which can be found on the flowers as well, between 8 AM and 5 PM. The tiger beetle, which can be only found on the ground, but can be found all day. And finally, what everyone is here for, the scorpion, which can be found on the ground between 7 PM and 4 AM. The first bug we will be talking about is the yellow butterfly, and it's a very common butterfly you'll find between 4 AM in the morning and 7 PM at night. It should be flying around your island. It shouldn't be too hard to find. You will eventually find it just wandering around your island. If you were to catch this bug and sell it to Tommy and Timmy, it is worth 160 bells. Next, we have the bell cricket, which can be found on the ground between 5 PM and 8 AM. But I'm sure everyone already knows about this one because they are extremely annoying and stop you from spawning scorpions at night time. But if you're still interested, they shouldn't be too hard. Walking around at night time, they will spawn in on the ground, shouldn't be too hard to find, and if you're wanting to sell them to Tommy and Timmy, they are worth 430 bells. The red dragonfly, which can be found flying around your island between 8 AM and 7 PM. They shouldn't be too hard to find. They should just pop up a red flying thing in the air as you're walking around the island. But if you're wanting to catch these ones, they're only worth 180 bells if you sell to Tommy and Timmy. Next we have the Dana dragonfly, which I would say is very similar to the red dragonfly, except green. It can be found flying around your island or the mystery islands between 8 AM and 5 PM. And again, this shouldn't be too hard to catch. You should be walking around your island and you'll eventually see a green flying thing pop up in front of you, which will be the Dana dragonfly. If you wanted to sell the Dana dragonfly to Tommy and Timmy, it would be worth 230 bells. Next, we have the banded dragonfly, which is a bit more difficult to catch than the red and the Dana dragonfly, but can be caught at the same time as the Dana dragonfly between 8 AM and 5 PM at night. This one is an annoying dragonfly spawn. It just rushes to a certain point. The trick to catch the banded dragonfly is try to get in front of the banded dragonfly, and when you're almost on top of him, chuck your net down and you should be able to catch him. If you are lucky though, you can trap the banded dragonfly on your bridge. More times than not, if a banded dragonfly gets to a bridge, it should get stuck either underneath or on top of it, like you see in this clip here. And then you can just chuck your net down and you'll be able to catch him. And this guy is worth 4,500 bells when you sell to Timmy and Tommy, so definitely worth the catch. Next we have the stink bug, which can be found on the flowers all times of day or night. And the spawns of this bug have actually increased since the new update. So they shouldn't be hard to find at all. They will regularly spawn on your flowers around your island. So if you just wander around all the spots of your flowers, you should definitely find the stink bug in no time at all. And it is worth 120 bells if you sell to Timmy and Tommy. Next after that, we have the man-face stink bug, which can be found on the flowers as well, but can only be found between 7 PM and 8 AM. The spawns of this bug have also increased, so shouldn't be too hard to find. Just like the stink bug, just wander around your island to where your flowers are located, and you should eventually find this guy. He is worth 1,000 bells to sell to Timmy and Tommy, so not a bad catch. Next we have the ladybug, which can be also found on flowers, but only between 8 AM and 5 PM. This guy might be a little bit harder to find just because they're so small and you might not notice them as much. But the same strategy as the stink bug and the man-face stink bug, just wander around your flowers during the daytime and you should be able to find the ladybug, and he or she is worth 200 bells if you sell to Tommy and Timmy. Next we have the tiger beetle, which can be found on the ground all times of day or night. He might be a little bit more hard to find because he is not a common spawn. You may be lucky and find him around your island at times, just walking around, but if not, going to a mystery island and clearing off the island of flowers and trees, just like you would scorpions, you will definitely find lots of tiger beetles. When clearing off all trees and flowers and weeds on mystery islands, it means only ground spawns can spawn, which means that's only bell crickets, wharf roaches, or tiger beetles. So more often than not, tiger beetles will spawn in, and they are worth 1,500 bells to Tommy and Timmy. And finally, we have the scorpion, which is definitely the hardest bug to catch. It can be found on the ground between 7 PM and 4 AM only. It is very difficult with the new updates. They have decreased the scorpion and tarantula spawns by 50%. So they were spawning a lot more before. I have made a video previously on how to scorpion farm, so if you'd like to look that one up, go ahead, but I'll quickly briefly go through it here. When you travel to a mystery island and you clear off all the trees and the rocks and the flowers, only ground spawns will spawn in. So eventually, when walking around and clearing away all bell crickets and wharf roaches, eventually a scorpion will spawn off. The best island to do it on, I would advise, is the Spiral Island, because there is lots of water, so you can clear the crickets off easily. Though this method used to be much more productive before the update, now scorpions will take a lot longer to spawn in. The only new scorpion farming technique now, with the new update making it much harder to find scorpions, would be to find a mystery island that is raining and then clearing off all trees and rocks and flowers, and there will be no bell crickets or wharf roaches or tiger beetles due to the rain, and only scorpions will be able to spawn in, making it much easier to catch them all. If you do not have an island that is raining and try to do this method with the new update decreasing the spawns to 50% than they previously were, it will take a very long time to catch lots of scorpions. So I suggest waiting for a mystery island that is raining, and then you can go ham and catch all those scorpions and earn all that mullah. Also, a quick bonus tip here: whenever you go to a mystery island, you can find a rare item by shaking all the trees. So if you go around and shake every tree on a mystery island, one of those trees will spawn or drop a rare item for you to take, just like seen here. So that's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video at all, or it helped you catch any of the bugs in April, please don't forget to give the video a like, and subscribe to my channel, your new favourite Australian YouTuber. I will be making these bug tutorials and fishing tutorials for each month throughout the year. So if you want to see those, definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you want a more in-depth idea of how to scorpion farm, I have a separate video on my channel as well, so go check that out. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.